Welcome to the wonderful world of YouTube. What do you want from me, YouTube? It's really hard to tell. Let's talk about what it is that YouTube wants from you in order for your channel to start finally taking off. So obviously, you're going to need to be able to edit video. Now, sometimes you can edit video from like a cell phone, or you can edit from a computer, which is a better way to edit. It's a more high grade way to edit, if you will. It's kind of like more experienced. I'd say if you're more experienced, you use a computer to do your editing. There's lots of different programs you can use. There's free programs. There's programs that cost you money. I would recommend when you first start YouTube, you start on a real tight budget. So use a free program like DaVinci Resolve or Blender or something like that. Or download some app for your phone and record your first 10 videos from your phone and edit them right there on your phone. You know, most people don't have the experience editing that I have, and I've edited for other YouTube channels. I've done my own YouTube videos. I did drone stuff at one time and did video editing for that. So I've got some editing experience behind me. It's nothing like super big or bad or anything. I didn't do any movies. I didn't go to school for videography. I've just learned over the years to use multiple programs to edit, and I've learned how people like to watch videos. And I know not all my videos are great. This video may not even be that great. I've got a little bit of a backdrop going on. This is a real background, by the way. This is not fake. This is real. It's not a green screen back here. I can get up and walk back there. You don't believe me? Woo! It's real. So some of the things you're going to really want to think about when you're doing video editing is you want a place where you can get really good lighting and you can have some peace and quiet. Like for me, I've got crickets in the background. They're all over the place, and every once in a while a bird or something else that's trying to live in this garage makes a little bit of noise. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I can deal with this. I've shot videos in my truck. I've shot videos in the woods. I've shot videos in a field. I've shot videos in the garage. So you can shoot a video however you want. But the real thing that matters to YouTube is quality content, because people aren't going to watch a video even if you have something important to say. They're not going to watch the video if it's just boring, because people are so used to dopamine hits today that they need something that's constantly changing and constantly updating and constantly giving them more information and making them question what's coming next and what's this guy going to say next. Zach is wild. People like enthusiasm. They like to know that you know what you're talking about. They don't want you reading off of a script. I don't script any of my videos. Now, sometimes I do some research, so I'll think about some video topics and some content topics, and then I'll decide, okay, let me do a little bit of research on this. And then every once in a while, I'll make myself a small outline with it. And then I'll take that outline and I'll just look at the outline, and then I'll look to the camera and I'll talk for 2 or 3 minutes. And I'll just go until it feels like I can't go anymore. And then I'll pause and I'll go down and I'll look at my thing and I'll see how far off of my outline I got. And I'll try to bring myself back to it, or I'll just pivot the video to something different. Because I think at the end of the day, what YouTubers really want is, it's not a video that's 100% thought out and planned out. They're not looking for cinematography as much. I mean, there are some cinema YouTubers that do really great shots. They do beautiful cinematography and things that I'm not even going to attempt. I would love to do them, but I don't have the time to do them. YouTube is about the content, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, I've shot grainy video before that did well. I've shot really beautiful video that was really cinematic that got almost 0 views. I mean, my channel right now is only sitting at like, I don't know, probably 1,000 views in the past month, maybe 2,000 views in the past month. It's not really all that much. It's growing. I'm doing a 30 and 30 challenge. This is video number 27, so my channel is growing, and I'm following along with the processes and procedures along the way that I want to do. So the channel's growing exponentially, by the way. And you guys are watching my videos more and more. You seem to be more and more in touch with what the content is that I'm putting out. And the algorithm is starting to learn who I am and who my channel is, or what my channel is. Who my audience is what it's really starting to learn. You see, your click-through rate will start going up, and so will your watch time once you've reached your audience. Once you've found the group of people who like your videos, who want your personality, who want to watch you say things, who believe and trust in you. And once it's found those people, YouTube will spread you through them and see if you do better than the last people that they were watching in that same area. You have to think about it like this. For one person on YouTube to get on top, somebody else has to get bumped off the top, because YouTube may be expanding all the time, but it's not expanding so rapidly that everybody can become famous, because if everybody became YouTube famous, then YouTube would be more like Facebook or MySpace or something along those lines. So the number one thing YouTube's really going to want, and YouTubers are going to want, is they're going to want you to create videos that flow well, have enthusiasm and passion inside them, and they have a message that you're delivering. Those things are very important for YouTubers and for YouTube and the algorithm. The second thing that I would say that you're really going to want to look at is you're going to want to look at what your niche is. What is it that you want your videos to be about. See, I didn't know the answer to this when I started, Official Gobbledygook. And I knew that it was going to be something about, whatever my brain was thinking that day. But I didn't know which way my brain would go with those videos. And I need some type of consistency, so I'm trying to find my niche. And my niche seems to be learn, do, teach. Because I have a super passion for learning, I have a super passion for doing things, and I have a burning passion to teach. And I think that we would all have a better life if we all learned, did, and taught each other things. Everybody's life would be better if we did that. The number 2 thing I'm going to tell you is you need to find your niche. You need to be consistent in your niche. And the way that I did that was I started this 30 and 30 challenge. And with the 30 and 30 challenge, I was forced to make 30 videos in 30 days. That really forces you to decide what you're going to do your videos about every single day. Because you see, with my challenge, I didn't write 30 videos out. I didn't pre-record 30 videos. I'm forcing myself to record, edit, and post a video a day for 30 days. That way I have to constantly be updating myself and constantly be learning new things about YouTube, about you guys, my viewers, about the algorithm and how it feels about me, about what my niche is, and about what my voice on this channel really is. My voice on this channel could just be a mechanic, but I'm not just a mechanic. I have so much more going on up in this noggin right here. People who think they're better than they are, they should be smacked. So I wanted to do videos about things that I have a passion for. And I have a passion for automotive mechanics. I have a passion for working on things and fixing things and doing things and all types of things. I have a passion for learning just about everything. I have a passion for doing just about everything. And I have a passion for teaching just about everything. So it only made sense that eventually I would fall into the niche that my channel is really about learning, doing, and teaching. That means that sometimes I'm going to teach about finance, and sometimes I'm going to teach about life skills, and sometimes I'm going to teach how to do something. Sometimes I'm going to teach how to not get messed over by somebody. Whatever it may be that I'm teaching, my channel is about learning, doing, and teaching, and my focus is on making your life better. And that's my goal. My goal is to make everyone's life better that watches my videos. And it's primarily geared toward men, between young age and 55-ish, 65-ish, whatever, because I'm a 44-year-old male, and most of the stuff that I talk about, men are going to want to watch videos on. So that's my niche. But you have to find yours. And whatever yours is, it's okay. Choose it and run with it. Your niche could be sewing a certain type of seam. And if you could talk for 30 videos in 30 days about that seam, you could probably find an audience. YouTube will probably find one for you. I would question how long you could talk about just one seam. Now let's talk about another thing that YouTube really needs from you. YouTube really wants to see consistent uploads. It doesn't matter if you're doing them once a week, or it's once every 2 weeks, or even once a month, or if you're doing them twice a week, or 4 times a week, or 5 times a week, or 6 times a week, or whatever it may be, they want consistency. There are channels that have blown up in under a year posting 1 video a month. It's happened because the videos are really good. They wind up going viral all by themselves, and every month they put 1 more video out. I believe Mark Rober did that in the beginning, was like 1 video a month. So they put a whole month into producing the video, and then when they put it out, it's a really great video. So it carries their channel for the entire month because everyone winds up seeing the video. Now, if you pump out a video a day, or 2 videos a day, or 3 videos a day, the quality starts to diminish. I've worked really hard at keeping the quality going upward on my 30 and 30 videos because every single day I'm winding up staying up later and later and later at night trying to edit video, get it published, make sure my descriptions are good, my titles are good, that the video flows naturally and flows well, and the audio sounds good. And that's a lot of work. So don't burn yourself out, but figure out where you can be consistent. I would recommend anybody who's starting YouTube fresh and who has never done it before and knows nothing about editing to focus on just putting out 1 video a week. Spend the first 2 weeks without putting a video out. So in the first 2 weeks, you're just going to basically make a video and you're going to learn how to edit it. Once you get it edited and done, hold it and do another video. And when you do that other video and you get that one done, then you can publish your videos to YouTube. So consistency, very important. You want to be consistent with the types of wording you use, you want to be consistent with the type of video that you do, and you want to be consistent with how often you're posting your videos. And your descriptions have to be good, and you should have hashtags, and you should do playlists, and all that stuff. But don't get stuck on that stuff in the very beginning. YouTube will treat each video as an individual video in today's algorithm. So if you put a video out, it's going to treat it all by itself. It's going to send it to a few people, it's going to see what they thought, and it's going to send it to a few other people and see what they thought. Well, the camera died and I had to start it over, so I'm just going to jump right back in. I don't even know where I was, so hopefully I can fix this in editing. YouTube wants you to be consistent. It wants you to be consistent in multiple things. And once you've been consistent, YouTube will find your audience. Now, I'm not saying everybody has an audience, but the general concept is that everybody has an audience. Now, what I will say is, if you can't do YouTube and really do it, if you can't be consistent with the type of content you're putting out, if you can't be consistent with how often you're going to publish a video, if you can't be consistent with responding to comments, if you can't be consistent with getting better every single video, maybe it's not right for you. I'm not saying it's not, I'm just saying maybe it's not. If you're doing YouTube as a way to make money and produce an income and you're not going to do it right, you're probably not going to do very well. I mean, every once in a while somebody goes viral, right? It happens. People really love what they have to say and that content goes viral. And then their channel goes viral and they get 1 million subscribers. And from then on, basically every video they put out is going to get 40 or 50,000 views just because they have 1 million subs. There's definitely a place where you can get famous on YouTube. You can start making money on YouTube. You can do YouTube as a business, or you could do YouTube as a sole proprietorship type hobby or something like that. You could definitely do that, but you're very unlikely to actually win the game. There's a bunch of people trying to climb to the top of the pyramid, and if you're not willing to put in the effort, sometimes it's just not even worth starting the competition. I mean, if you know that you can't possibly win in a race, other than running it for fun, don't do it for money. Because if you're trying to get the prize in the beginning and you know you can't win, sure, there's like that one time when everybody else in the race breaks their leg while they're running around the track and you just happen to get lucky enough to be the only one that finishes the race, but it's very rare. So I encourage you to start your own YouTube channel. I encourage you to get into social media. I encourage you to diversify your financial portfolio when it comes to money that you're taking in. I think everyone should have at least 3 or 4 different streams of income. Because if one dies off, you got a few to rely on. And it may not even be enough to pay all your bills. But I'll tell you what, half of your bills being paid versus none of your bills being paid, half is still way better. During my 30 and 30 challenge, I have basically gone from making really garbage videos in the beginning, which I could have done better, but I was just trying to get moving on the 30 and 30 challenge. So I just put out whatever I could in the beginning. And the videos weren't bad, they just weren't great. I recorded them on my cell phone, they were vertical, I did them in my truck, and then I edited them in my truck, and they're good videos, but they're like 5 minutes long, and nobody really cared to watch them, and they were kind of clickbaity. And I don't mean clickbaity, they weren't really clickbaity. Well, you see, my first videos, they were kind of like quality content being disguised as brain rot, and it didn't work very well. You know, I wouldn't go watch like a science video from Veritasium, or a video from Mark Rober, or you know, like a Matt Pat video where he talks about the YouTube algorithm or analytics. I wouldn't go to Crash Course or something like that to watch brain rot. Those channels are not brain rot. Those channels are there to help people learn, to help educate you, and to teach you something. And I love channels like that because we need more people out there that are teaching people. And I don't know about you, but if I've ever needed to learn something and I couldn't learn it just instantly on my own, finding a 10-minute YouTube video by somebody who knew what they were talking about that explained it to me was a freaking win. You know what I mean? So I encourage you to start your YouTube channel, but don't get discouraged because it's a slow process that makes jumps. That's the way YouTube works. It slowly starts moving, and then it sits there forever, and then one day it just goes, hey, we're going to go from 200 views to 20,000. Boom! And you're like, what just happened? And what happened is you moved up the chain in the algorithm. Your videos got good enough views, good enough click-through rate, good enough watch time, and good enough overall time on the channel. What do they call that? They call it session time. Good session time. And when you add all those together, YouTube goes, oh, bump them up the next notch. And you can go from 20,000 views up to 200,000 views. And you can go from 200,000 views up to 2 million views. And you can go from 2 million views up to 20 million views, I guess. I've never gotten there, and I don't know anybody who has personally, but I know that some people get there. Just remember, if you're going to do YouTube, be serious about it. Get out there and make the videos, because that's important. And if you have to, do the 30 and 30 challenge that I did, just so you can get content out, just so that YouTube gets some stuff about you, the algorithm gets some data, your viewers get some data, you get some backlog videos, and you learn a lot along the way. But if you're going to do it, I recommend you do it like me. Maybe take weekends off, because I'll be honest with you, I'm getting pretty tired. This is like almost the 4th week of me doing this. And I've been staying up until like 3 or 4 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning some nights, editing the video and getting it published. That part's rough. So it's not for the faint of heart, but if you really want to do it and you really believe in yourself, like I said, I've been posting videos on YouTube for like 17 years and I've never made my channel huge. And part of that is because I don't want to do brain rot and I just care about what my viewers watch. Go out there and learn something about YouTube, and then make a video. That's the do part. And then teach somebody else to do it. Maybe you could even learn to do it, and make a video about how other people can do it. That's not what I was doing here. That was not the point of this video, but it kind of plays out that way pretty well. So with all that said, ask me questions in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. I answer every single comment so far on this channel, and I will do that as long as I can type that fast, because once I have like 40,000 comments, I'm not going to be able to respond to them all, guys, but I'm trying, and I will respond to every comment that I possibly can. So if you have a question, ask it down below. I guess that's the official gobbledygook for tonight. Now, don't forget to go out there and learn something, do something, and teach something. Ta-ta for now.